guys to remove bridges or to keep Narcomedes off the table if it's going to take like Daniel a few turns to go off.
Right. He has a lot of answers. Like Pyroblast is probably too narrow, but it can deal with Careful Study. But that's not as important anymore since they also have Faithless Looting.
Yeah.
They just have more outlets to. But he does a breakthrough too, I suppose.
Yeah, breakthrough is usually a big game. Like when they break through, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, breakthrough. It's such a weird combo. It doesn't even like play magic. Just does stuff with its graveyard. This is a pretty stock list nowadays, right? The Sun Titan thing. We saw this a little bit before Adam Prozac won playing Dredge in Cincinnati. But then when he won playing Dredge, he did not have the Sun Titan package.
Sure.
So people kind of just switched back to his list. But Daniel, sticking with the Sun Titan plan, here he is.
Sure. I mean,
playing for the finals.
I feel like most of the Dread Return packages are pretty interchangeable, and that if you get to that point in the game, it really doesn't matter too much what you're doing. But everyone feels, my way is the best, and that's what they're going with, I guess.
Daniel's hand looks pretty bad. Mike Abraham, he's actually playing Rug Delver, not Bug Delver, so it's just a typo. B and the R, very close. So Mike on the play. That's pretty important here.
Right.
If Dredge gets to be on the play in 2 games, stealing the first game from Dredge is really important. It's impossible to do on a draw. So
yeah, of course. I agree.
Hard to do on the play. Impossible on a draw. And I'm really surprised Daniel kept his hand. He had like Flamekin Zealot, and it didn't look like he had like a Careful Study or Faithless Looting.
Yeah. So Mike leads with Ponder here.
I see a Lightning Bolt, a Spell Snare, and a land, I believe.
I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for, but
yeah, I think he just wants to be as aggressive as possible.
needs to find
the Bolt could be fine if he already has a Tarmogoyf, because then that's sorcery instant. So you'd have like fetch land that Tarmogoyf, and actually put Daniel on kind of a reasonable clock, but.
Yeah, the issue is that like even like a good target like a Putrid Imp, it's already going to do its work before ever getting bolted down.
Yeah.
So let's see.
He can always bolt his own guy to get rid of bridges, but
Sure.
All right, Daniel does have an LED here.
City of Brass.
LED's out with City Brass. Cast his LED. That's an old card for those of you that don't know what it does. It's 0 mana. It's an artifact. You can sacrifice to add 3 mana to your mana pool of any color, just like Black Lotus, but then you have to discard your hand. So, yeah, Mike Abraham going to go ahead and daze that Careful Study. So Daniel did have a Careful Study in his hand.
Yeah, but that'll keep any Tarmogoyfing at bay for a while.
Yeah, Daniel Rude has another City of Brass in his hand, so not particularly worried about that wasteland. That is a pretty good play of Mike Abraham, though. He, Dredge doesn't play many lands at all.
Yeah, so
and
try
a lot
to
of
cut
the time
them
you
off
just
in
get
any way
him.
possible. Yeah, I mean, for him to win game 1, he's gonna have to get lucky in some fashion. So trying to cut him off in ways like that is definitely a viable route.
Yeah, I would go for it. All right, so Cabal Therapy, probably going to resolve. And wonder what Daniel will name here. Maybe Force of Will.
Yeah, I see like Force of Will, or I mean, I don't know what he'd be worried about as far as a threat goes. Like a Tarmogoyf is like 2 turns away at least, and like he almost certainly doesn't have a Delver. And
There's no way he knows about Scavenging Ooze.
Right, exactly.
Oh, he named Stifle. Oh, that is an awkward keep by Mike Abraham.
Yeah,
that does not seem like the hand you want. All right, so Mike Abraham going to attempt to
stick with this plan.
Yeah. A man, a plan, a canal.
Pretty sure Daniel has a Cephalid Coliseum in his hand that's just waiting, but he also has is that a breakthrough?
Does look like it's a breakthrough.
Yeah.
So he can
get
break through and sacrifice the LED with that breakthrough on the stack and discard some treasures.
Sure.
I definitely would have used the Cephalid Coliseum to do that.
Right.
But oh, it looks like the top 8 is actually set now. So, oh, all right. So Daniel able to dredge into 3 Narcomoebas. Does he have to put this into play right away? Is that a May? Oh, their triggers go onto the stack when
right,
and you have to resolve your
yep.
faithless or your breakthrough. So
now you get a faithless thing. So I presumably he sacked LED on red, and this game's going to be in short order.
Yeah, this game's over. So all those Narcomoebas come back. He has 3 red mana, so now he can use that faithless looting that's in his graveyard. And you know, he has multiple grave trolls, so
we'll just see all the cards at this point.
Yeah. He can flashback the looting, dredge double troll, and then all he has to do is hunt for a Dread Return. And he already has Flamekin Zealot in his yard, I believe. And yeah, so if he hits one more bridge and Dread Return, he wins.
End the game.
Yeah.
Attention Magic players in draft open number
Oh,
3.
actually, he just took lethal away from himself. Now he needs to hit 2 bridges.
2. Your pairings for round 3.
Did he just therapy?
Yeah, he just therapy, and now he's one of those guys to token.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
so
he just...
yeah, I mean, he wanted to be a little bit safer and just know. He's probably going to win anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
To be honest, that might actually just be like the solid, safer play.
Safe play, yeah.
You know, yeah, you don't win this turn as often, but you win the game more often.
Yeah. That's what matters at the end of the day.
So, is he not going to use that 3 mana? Did he forget about it?
I mean, I guess there's the possibility that he cracked the LED for the wrong color, but I'm not sure what color you'd name other than red every time with...
Like Abraham taking a read of Bridge from Below. Kind of an interesting one. But this plan, probably not going to work at this stage of the game.
No, with 4 power on board, a full graveyard, and nothing good coming from here.
Yeah. Alright, do we hit a Dread Return? Well,
it looks like the last Narcomoeba, but I can't really tell.
If he hits the last Narcomoeba and a Dread Return, and
then,
yeah, does it just end this turn? Maybe not. So that Narcomoeba comes back. Hopefully he realizes that. No, he did not. Narcomoeba is a May, I believe. So, yeah. Daniel Rude, that is an important Narcomoeba, too.
He's gonna fetch here. Maybe I'll cast a Forked Bowl on the token here? I don't know. Not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, now it's a little weird because... No, he can fork... I'd fork both Narcomoebas away and then just hope to top deck a Goyf.
To just, like, stop everybody, yeah. I guess with only, like, one...
Then he doesn't have any Narcomoebas left in his deck.
Yeah, and with only one bridge out, things really can't... Things will only get worse as far as waiting, so yeah, maybe.
But did he not hit the 4th Narcomoeba? Was that the Narcomoeba from last turn?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah. Away. Yeah, sure.
Alright. Seems to make more sense. Alright, so Golgari Grave Troll getting dredged again. And another bridge. Still no Dread Return for Daniel Rude.
So just have to be content with attacking for 2 this turn. I don't see another therapy either for him to build an army, but
Daniel Rude attacking for 2 now. And Mike's in a pretty strange place.
probably wondering how the game's still going on, but
He's alive.
he sure is.
And Daniel dredging Golgari Great Troll again.
There's a dread return.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it.
But we need a guy.
Oh, we do need a guy to dread return. Well, he has multiple bridges now, so we can chain the.
Does he have a therapy into
yeah,
a dread return?
He must, right? Oh no, I guess he does not. Yeah, he should. Next turn, he should dredge the Darkmoor salvage. That way, he can return the Bloodghast back to play.
Right, right.
It's important, especially if you're not playing like Icarid.
Yeah.
I like that he included Darkmoor salvage and Bloodghast instead of Icarid, because that means he can go a lot more all in on like Faithless Looting, Careful Study, and Breakthrough, and not have to bother with like, cards that aren't that good, like the Putrid Imp or the Tireless Tribe.
Sure, sure. And there's always those games where it's like they play like a crypt in a ley line, and you have to just like try and dink them out, and that adds like another 2-drop. It's 2 power to go with like your Narcomoebas or Thugs or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And he has the Undiscovered Paradises to support that and so forth. So. Mike's gonna play a Scavengers. Alright, so Daniel will be bringing back the Darkmoor salvage to get his Bloodghast online.
Yeah, it seems to make sense. Then you know, all he has to do is, and if he does not have a therapy, then it's a little bit dangerous. Maybe he would want to save that therapy, but if he has a therapy, he can just do it with complete safety. If not, he's going to.
I think Mike's trying to figure out.
Mike is trying to decide whether or not he wants to.
Yeah, what he wants to
stifle
do.
that.
Yeah, or well, he has the ooze on the table, so if you can somehow manipulate things. But now it looks like he's gonna pick off.
He's going to try to ooze the Flamekin Zealot.
Well, I think he can just take out the Dread Return because he has a Titan and the Flamekin Zealot, and there's just the one Dread Return, right?
Oh, okay.
Or I guess he could take out the one Bloodghast too, and those are all effectively the same at this point in time. Except the Bloodghast will pump his.
Yeah, so Mike did get the ooze, which is by far the most important card he could draw here.
Yeah. I'd be tempted to
His
say
Wasteland plan, though, set him back a number of turns.
Yeah.
And,
at one point it was maybe a little too hopeful on his part, but
yeah, it was once his opponent was already going, he
yeah.
just did. And
Alright, so Daniel brings back 2 Bloodghast with his Darkmoor salvage. And I imagine Mike has to hit the Dread Return with those triggers on the stack, right?
I believe
yeah,
he did.
Okay.
Daniel Rude chose not to attack with the 2 Bloodghasts. They actually had haste because Mike Abraham was at 10 life. But that's text that is often forgotten on them. Not that I recommend forgetting it. Alright, Mike Abraham.
Yeah, I mean, he has the ooze on the table, and that's probably the best thing you could hope for, but I don't see how he's actually going to win, even if you can stun him from just actually like comboing off with the Dread Returns at this point. He can just probably beat him down.
Does he have Force also? He kind of drew perfect since the last time we saw his hand.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters, but
Right, because even at this
it makes
point,
the game more painful for him.
Yeah.
Because he's got to spend so much mental energy right now.
Yeah, trying to find that 1%er where everything works out, but
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, he can gain life with the Scavenging Oozes.
and that keeps up with the
Scavenging Ooze.
Narcomoebas.
Yeah,
Just
that
there's
will
enough
keep up with the
creatures.
Narcomoebas.
Maybe his like route to winning is probably just decking him, I guess. I feel like it. No. So Mike probably has to remove that Narco amiibo with the trigger on the stack, and then get rid of the Dread Return as well.
It's just the Dread Return.
Ooze only gets a counter, and you only gain life if it's a creature?
Yes.
Okay. That's why I guess I kind of worry about the third Dark Amiibo, because right now he can just like take 2 every turn, but then gain it back with the Ooze, because he has 2 tropical islands, but
yeah.
That's a third. Okay, so he takes that out.
I mean, Bloodghast is going to start bashing in. And the problem is that even blocking Bloodghast, he's giving his opponent bridge tokens.
Right. Every single turn that army will just build up. Yep. Okay.
So now his opponent's going to get a couple bridge tokens.
I did use it round 2.
Yeah, and that's going to.
Mike's just going to
yeah. Mike taking 4 here, going out of 4. His opponent has 10 points of power on the table. Yeah. He only blocked 2 of it.
And there's no haymakers to be had, so.
I don't think he has a Pyroclasm, which would actually make him live by 1 life. Oh no, he'd just die even if you have that.
Yeah, and then you just make a bunch of more bridge tokens.
Yeah, this one get 9.
Mike trying to decide how he's going to cast his Brainstorm, but that face explains it all.
Yeah, that face does explain it all. This is so brutal for him right now.
I feel like Mike knows that he should have. This game's long over, but just sitting it out. Alright, Mike packs it up.
You know, he would have been able to remove an additional card every turn had he switched off the Wasteland plan one turn sooner, right?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Daniel had his engine going.
Yeah,
quite well at this point.
Wasn't really making a difference.
Yeah. But
tunnel visioned a little bit,
yeah,
just for 1 turn.
Once you commit,
you know.
He really liked where it was going. He felt good about it.
I mean, the deck plays like 12 lands. You think like after 3 Wastelands they wouldn't have any more. The problem is after the 3rd wave. I mean, he had already used 2 Wastelands, and then it just didn't matter. His opponent had him anyway.
Yeah. I guess Daniel just foiled his plans, just saw it coming, and get the old 3-lander and dredge.
All right, so looking at these sideboards.
Look at this one. This is real spicy.
This is spicy a meatball. Daniel Rude, after sideboarding, becomes a Painter Servant Grindstone deck. Yep. I'm not lying.
Maybe that explains, I guess, the slightly above average land count. He's playing 16, so.
Oh, he is playing 16.
So.
You know, that's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, and that works. I mean, like, the LED works functionally with the Grindstone as far as just going off. And his careful studies and lootings to find his way there.
And he has Enlightened Tutor on the board to, like, find the Painter Servant or the Grindstone. And, you know, presumably he's expecting his opponents to sideboard and all this graveyard hate, and then he's just like, hey.
He just rolls him over. It seems a little awkward in this matchup where Mike's is likely to combat him with counter spells as well as graveyard hate, so I don't know exactly which matchups Daniel would board them in and against.
I mean, does it make your combo just not work? Or, like, you can still do what he did there, and, like, you can't really combo people, but you can just, like, make a bunch of zombies and be attacking them with, like, Narcos and,
sure.
you know,
so
Bloodghast.
Just, like, trim down a few pieces.
Yeah. Because the cards you want to be like discarding to like your Faithless Looting or Careful Study are like the non-lands anyway.
Right. Just like the uncastables. No, that makes plenty of sense. And like he's happy to draw into like his combo pieces then, yeah.
Yeah. Daniel Rude's deck's really sweet.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. The only card that the inline twos seem a little suspect with he has 10 lands that can cast them, but
You're right, he does only have 10 lands.
with the Colosseums and the salvages, but Colosseum's probably too good to ignore, and salvage works with his blood gas plan. So I guess it's just what you got to work
It's
with.
pretty. And the thing is, like, you get a lot of cards that you're just like discarding randomly to Careful Study and Faithless Looting too, right?
Right.
Okay. So apparently he boards into it every
Every
single
single time.
time.
Like against Josh Radin, he lost because like, Josh didn't have any graveyard hit, but he like killed every painter every time.
We'll see how this plays out, but
So I'm sure that Daniel likes to board in his combo 100% of the time.
I mean, if you have it, you might as well show it off, right?
I guess it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, he's on camera here in the last round.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's playing for the audience. He's up a game, so.
Yeah. Do you think Mike knows? I don't think Mike knows.
I mean, I've never seen this.
I've never seen this either.
I'm trying to think. Like, I
I
don't
think
think
Mike's
I've
like heard about it though. Has there been like any sort of buzz about
Whispers
this?
are-
Even in the tournament, you would know.
I don't
You didn't hear anything?
know, and
Yeah, I mean, you have ears everywhere. You know. Yeah, but that seems like pretty ambitious. Decided in every single one of your matches.
I feel like I mean, I'd be pretty happy with it against the non-blue decks, but I guess even like Maverick probably has like swords that maybe they need to keep in to deal with like your blood gas and stuff. I don't know. I think it plays well with how he built his deck, but I don't know how well it is playing against the cards that people are going to try and combat him with. I suppose.
Because people like keep burn spells in to kill their own guys.
Right, to like deal with the bridge thing, or like again, like I said, with the putrid imp, and you're just like hoping for a prayer. And people who pack light on graveyard hate, they got to keep in something, so Bolt's gonna go to the dome, and who knows?
Yeah, exactly. Like there. All right, so Mike Abraham, is that a keep?
Yep, Mike's leading off with a fetch land. God, I'd love to see him just turn one grindstone, turn two painter LED.
Yeah, that'd be the best thing that ever happened.
Oh dear. Just big tingly thinking about
Do you
it.
think he did it
Today?
Do you think he turned one?
He must have. Just somebody must have.
He looks like he's pretty happy about today. So I mean,
Just don't know. Alright, Mike leads off with a Delver.
Delver
So
of Secrets.
I guess that's about as good as he could hope for, except for playing a Tormod's Crypt, but
Dackmore Salvage, not ideal.
no, but if he's setting up for the combo, then he needs to just play his lands in the right order to get his painter online, I suppose. Oh, Mike.
Is that a wasteland?
Mike looks
We
like
know Mike Abraham loves him a wasteland. No.
Just keep,
You know, this game, that wasteland maybe was. Oh no, just getting a scavenging goose online. It trumps every other thing that could ever happen.
until he combos him.
Until he sees
Sees
what's
what-
about to happen.
Yeah. Daniel digging away with a Faithless Looting to set up one of his two game plans.
Oh, he's so sneaky right now. he's like, oh my god, he doesn't know. This is gonna be awesome. It's definitely gonna happen.
It has
like
to
you know,
happen.
and he has Cabal Therapy and stuff in his head. Like
Yeah. Just
this
setting
is
it up
happening right now.
Yeah.
He's so sneaky. Look at him.
But like you said, Mike with his wastelands, could just get all aggressive again. Discard.
Discarding Undiscovered Paradise. And what was the other card he discarded? He held it underneath the thing. He like hit it. He's so sneaky. He hit a grindstone.
Oh dear. Saying for
Such a sneaky snake, this guy. And Mike Abraham with the Forked Bolt, Lightning Bolt, Nimble Mongoose,
Force
Force
of
of
Will.
Will hand. Not a bad hand.
No, short the red source, but so I guess Daniel has to decide if he wants to beat a lightning bolt or so him drawing a volcanic island or him drawing a blue card for force of will. But if that is his game,
Yeah, I think I take the force.
yeah.
It's just higher
Yeah.
impact, and like it matters even when Mike's tapped out.
I agree.
Takes the bolt.
Oh,
Ball
no,
therapy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now he's probably gonna take the force. Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So it
All the
didn't
same.
matter.
Yeah, sure.
I like how sneaky Daniel's being. Now. Do you see how he discarded
like
the cards?
yeah,
to pay the
he
ceiling?
sat there and thought about it and just
Gave the old lick and stick.
just quietly just. Like, yeah. Gets him with the wasteland and probably just deploys the goose here. Yeah, just keep attacking the whole way. So Daniel has lands and he has a few turns to assemble things, but
Grindstone, Undiscovered Paradise.
he's holding on to a careful study and something else. So that Delver's still unflipped, which means he's drawing a creature or land, but I feel like if he had a land, he'd just
Painter
deploy.
Servant kind of like roadblock right now, you know, like like he could block every guy on the table and like.
Yeah,
live.
well, I feel like if you're Daniel, then you have to be scared of him just slow rolling the mountain and then like post combat forked bolting him because he's gonna play Painter right here. Yeah, there's no reason to walk into it
Yeah.
as long as.
I'm surprised he didn't just use the Undiscovered Paradise to just take one less point of damage. You never know if Mike's just gonna be able to like. Yeah, Mike's got a Shrap Clown there.
Yeah, but like if
He's
Mike.
dead.
Yeah, just
Oh
wailing
man,
over.
we need a shot of Mike's face right now.
But if
Oh,
Mike were to
man.
draw a wasteland here, then and then Daniel were to peel land as well, then he'd want
Yeah.
the paradise still out. He's been gotten.
So good.
He can't even believe it. Oh, this is something beautiful. It'd be even better if he just Tormod's Crypt this turn and just like, what? Where did I go wrong? Delver never flips.
I feel
Opponent
so
gets
bad.
me with Painter Servant. Oh, it's.
Oh my goodness.
Mike thought he was playing for top 8. Yeah, and then he packs it up.